Accessorizing should be about pretending you're a toddler lost inside a dress-up box. But I get stuck all the time wondering how I can spice up my outfits without copy-pasting something from Pinterest or feeling like I need to buy tons of stuff. So that's what we're doing. Welcome to the ultimate accessorizing guide, aka all the ideas that I could find related to accessorizing online. First of all, I want to say that it doesn't matter if you're more into minimalism or maximalism. Usually people will think of stuff like this when we talk about accessorizing. But what I want to do here is guide you on your own direction towards what you like the most. So I'm not going to be talking about a specific aesthetic. Obviously, I'm biased. I picked photos that I liked, but the principles can be applied whatever the accessories you want. So we're going to be talking about what necklaces to wear with which tops, what earrings to wear with which hair, layering accessories, bags, hats, scarves, necklaces. Starting off with necklaces versus tops. Now, I am a very big believer in no fashion rules rule. I feel like a lot of times when I'm getting dressed, I don't think about silhouette or about what should go with what. And sometimes when I do, I'm like, that makes sense. When you have longer cleavages slash v-necks, my favorite way of adding necklaces is to add necklaces that go under the v-neck. For outfits with colors like shirts, formal shirts, hey dude, I like them to always go underneath the collar. And for longer cleavages and v-necks, if I don't do it much more lower than the cleavage, then making sure it never goes on top of the cleavage. Other examples, also feel free to screenshot everything and keep a little folder on your phone so that when you're getting dressed you can like scroll through things and have ideas. And here are two more uncommon ways. So we've got a zip up that zips like backwards, and then the necklaces underneath, which I think is so sexy. We've got a tiny scarf with a long necklace, which I also really like. More ideas. Moving on into layering. Layering is not just meant for shirts or for skirts on top of pants. You can layer accessories, and not just necklaces. You can layer any type of accessory, and that's what I want you to open your mind to. You can layer belts. You can layer multiple rings in the same finger. I was even interviewing a guy in New York that was layering hats, and he looked great because it looked like one hat, but it was actually two hats that he like put together. Honestly, you can even layer bags. With the direction that fashion is going, I wouldn't be surprised if next year we're using a different shoe on each feet, so you might as well get inventive while it's still called original. For earrings versus hair, I saw this video by Jasmine Lee about accessorizing when I was doing research for this video, and she had a bunch of concepts of like hairstyles versus types of earrings. So if you're into that, I definitely recommend you searching up that video. What I will say is if you have cool earrings, put your hair up. First of all, when your hair is up, it's an accessory itself, or you can, you know those bobby pin things that you put in your hair and they make your hair weird like this? It will just highlight the earrings and make it look very intentional. Accessorizing is mostly about showing intention. You don't need to have a lot. Everyone, myself included, gets lazy with scarves. Scarves can be put in probably infinite ways on your outfit. Chances are, if you don't have a scarf like this, your grandma, aunt, mom, friend, neighbor has one that they don't use anymore. Or you can go to a thrift store. When I'm in expensive thrift stores, I always look at the scarf section because usually they have scarves for like $2, $5, $10 max. All vintage scarves look nice, so I feel like you don't even have to be very specific on which one you pick. And whenever an outfit is feeling dumb, go onto your screenshots and recreate some of these. See, accessorizing for me is not about formulas. I love getting photos of outfits I like and then deconstructing them, seeing what the outfit is made of and then recreate it in my own terms. But what I feel like is happening, at least with me, is when I'm out of inspiration, I go and try to find photos of outfits that have items similar to mine that I can just copy. And that is not what builds your personal style. That is not what makes you outfit smart. That's just a lazy way to do it. And so I don't want to tell you, do this with this. I want to make your brain think so that you can make your own choices. So speaking for myself, I have a drawer full of accessories and I just get stuck. I opened a drawer and I'm like, nothing goes well. When if a fashion girl, you would come to my house, so you would probably have so much fun. So I don't think it's a matter of buying more things. It's just a matter of seeing the items you already have in a different light. We've all seen the accessorizing bags trend. A lot of people are starting to think that it's tacky. I think it's tacky when you buy Amazon chains or little little trinkets that are like made to put on bags, that's not timeless. Because what I like about this whole personalization era of personalizing your sneakers, your bags, it's that it's things that have some sort of story for you, and each is different. And when a trend of personalization goes into AliExpress and Temu and people start buying that trend when the trend was supposed to be a fun activity, that ruins the trend. In 2025, I'm just gonna say it, even if you can see very well, buy glasses. I mean, it's kind of a waste of material and plastic and resources, but at the same time, if we can buy scarves and hats when it's not hot or sunny to wear a hat, why can't we buy fake glasses? I had a friend in middle school that couldn't see, and she didn't want to wear her glasses because she thought she looked ugly. So let's all wear glasses so that no one has to feel like eyes feel like that sometimes. That we don't want to wear glasses because we don't want to be pretty. Let's make glasses the norm. Just like braces now are trendy, let's make glasses trendy. For hats, I was going to collect a bunch of inspiration, but then I realized that in my latest slides video where I talked about how to build good outfits when it's super cold and everything is being covered by your jacket, I talked about a bunch of hats categories, so I don't want to be repeating myself. Here are some of the things I talked about in that video, and if you want to go check that video and see it more in detail, then you can go and do that. I am thinking about, I'm not like 100% committed to it, so I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm thinking about going no shopping for January, like not buying anything not essential, not buying any clothes in January. We're already like in the beginning of January, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And something that I've realized while thrifting and while buying stuff for myself is I have a lot of cool clothing, but it all kind of has normal silhouettes. I don't have a lot of like dramatic sleeves or like a funky skirt. And so sometimes I have an outfit on where I like the texture, I like the color, I accessorize it a lot, but something feels like it's not very me. And I think it's because I'm not adventuring myself enough into more different pieces. And so what I want to say here is accessorizing sometimes is not about the accessories themselves, it's about the pieces. And before you go out there and thrift a bunch of accessories, start paying more attention to clothes that have different silhouettes and forms, because that will truly transform your outfits. Now, last but not least, I want to show you a bunch of cool things and images I found online that were overstimulating and overwhelming me because they're so cute and I want to do all of them. Number one, I feel like everyone already knows this, but when you have a sweater on, put a t-shirt underneath. It gives it a little bit more of a flair and it looks cool. Using big necklaces as belts, making a necklace out of rings. Everyone has a necklace and everyone has multiple rings probably, so everyone can do this. A little braid behind the hat. Necklaces as chains, a rosette or like a random necklace tied on your jeans, gloves underneath your rings, a bunch of scrunches at the same time, bracelets on your suit pants. This is just accessorizing sneakers. I know it's super trendy right now, but again, I think it can be super cute if you do it in your own way. A watch that has a photo inside of it, putting a bunch of pins on your hats, changing the bottoms of your shirt. I'm just gonna give you time to appreciate this. And yeah, that was all I had for you today. I have a second channel where I talk about more serious stuff like relationships, self-care, personal development. So if you want to check it out, link will be below. I'm also working on a secret product I'm gonna launch related to video editing. So if you're interested about that, comment below. And follow me on Instagram and my Instagram. I'm running out of memory. Please subscribe. I love you. And I'll see you in my next